This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome, and this is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is July 25th, 2020, and this is show number 82. If you can believe it, Nick, and, well, markets down across the board now?
Yeah, we're lower across the board today. Actually started out with the Nasdaq having a nice sell-off, and now we've pulled back a little bit more this afternoon after our early morning bounce. So when you look at the Nasdaq Composite down about $119, that got hit yesterday, as you know, and it's really been coming under some distribution. But honestly, when you look at the overall picture, the Nasdaq is up 16, 17% for the year. It's due to pull back. A pullback to, 9,600, 9,500 is not, abnormal. That's normal in this kind of environment. So, again, with all the negatives out there, markets have had a tremendous run, including the Nasdaq, and now we're seeing the Nasdaq pull back a bit. So, I think that's good. I think that's healthy. I'd like to see more of it personally. And, we'll be watching the overall indexes, meaning the S&P 500, the Russell 2000, as well as the Dow Jones, and we'll see how that plays out. But today, they're all lower, but the Nasdaq, for the most part, has been leading the markets down today. And, again, you had a lot of bad news come out with Intel, or bad reaction, I should say. I don't even know what the news was. But they did report earnings, and that really set the tone this morning. And then you had Tesla. Tesla's down $88 today, so that's back to $1,400, $1,425 at the moment. And, that has come back in. So, again, this is what happens when you get overbought. This is what happens when you get extended. And I think it's just natural action at the moment.
Yeah, so Tesla, is that going to be like Apple, where you buy the rumor and sell the news?
I think it is right now. I think, it went up to 1,800 last week, and it came down after the earnings announcement and yesterday, now it's pulling back a little bit more. Now, the thing about Tesla that you have to watch for is the pattern. You see what kind of pattern shapes out over the next couple of weeks. But for now, I think it's kind of dead money. So, you just let the chart tell us a little bit more, and we'll try to recognize it going forward.
All right. So all of our sectors, everything we've been watching basically is down. Energy, what's going on with energy today?
Yeah, energy today is slightly negative, but when you look at crude oil today, that's down 18 cents. You have the XLE down 9 cents. You actually have a few of the refinery names, Phillips 66, which, full disclosure, I own call options in. That's up 5 cents. Valero's up 56 cents. ExxonMobil's down 18 cents. So it's really a good, strong day for energy, when you consider that the market is lower.
Yeah, not a bad day relative to the broader indices, if you will. And then I guess other stocks we've been watching, Homebuilders, what are they doing?
So the Homebuilders today, and they're all strong with the exception of Lennar. But yeah, Pulte Home up $1 today. You have Toll Brothers up 68 cents. You have Lennar and D.R. Horton down a little bit, but they're down 50 cents. So, home builders are holding up really, really well. I mean, they're overextended now, with these earnings. So a lot of these have had big runs. But either way, I mean, that's not a bad day in the home builder space.
Right. Any other sectors up that we follow?
Today, really, you have some retailers that are higher, but, it's basically flat. A lot of flat sectors today. Restaurant stocks, though, believe it or not, are acting okay. They're flat as well, but it's really flat for a lot of the sectors that we talk about. What is down today, though, is mostly technology. Technology is taking a little bit of a hit. And then you have a mixed bag of tricks, really, in the financials. JP Morgan down 26 cents, Goldman Sachs up $1. Wells Fargo, full disclosure, I own call options in that. That's up six pennies today. And then you have Citigroup down 21 cents, Bank of America down 15 cents. So it really is technology that's weighing on the market for the most part.
And this has been a tech-dominated rally, let's face it. We've seen it, and arguably Tesla's tech as well. And so you'd expect it to take a breather. The tree doesn't grow to the sky and all that. But also our metals sector here up again, huh?
Well, I mean, gold has now gone parabolic when you look at it. I mean, everybody's expecting it to tag or exceed the old highs. The problem with gold right now is that everybody's on the same side of the boat, and everybody's aboard the train here for gold. And that's what I don't really love. Everybody's on that same side. So you want to be a little bit careful with gold here. If you're a long-term investor, no problem. Short-term, it's stretched, it's overbought, it's extended, whatever term you want to use. So I would just leave it at that. But when you look at the gold and silver market, they've had tremendous runs. They're just very, very stretched and extended at this stage of the game.
Yeah. So gold and silver, they could be due for a pullback.
I think so. I could never, and I've been saying this for 2 weeks now, I can't participate, and they've only gone higher. So I've been wrong. But, I'll wait for a pullback before I put money to work there.
But they haven't gotten as crazy as Tesla, though, yet, have they?
No, they haven't gotten as crazy, but they're getting there now. So when you take a look at the breakout in gold, and in all fairness, gold did put in a 1-week daily chart base, but now we're up, from 170 on the GLD to 170.860. If you take a look at gold futures, you're up from 1,800 to 1,900. So, we're there now. I mean, we're getting really stretched here.
Yeah, and that's usually when the commercials or whomever is involved here, they sense the weakness, the overextension, and then they hit the COMEX with the options, with selling futures, all of that, and they knock the price down. So you could see the fact that it's gone up this long without a pullback. You could see a pretty substantial pullback, like $50, $100 an ounce, huh?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Best case scenario would be to not even pull back much, just go sideways. And if that happens, then you're really setting up for a launching pad to the upside. But we don't know. We just interpret the chart as it unfolds.
Yeah, so sideways would be good because then you'd have that basing pattern and let everything settle and then get ready for the next advance. All right, well, I think we'll leave it at that. It's still, volume was down, right? If I remember correctly.
Volume has been extremely light, especially over the last couple of days. Volume has been very, very light in all of the markets. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. A lot of times when you get a light volume pullback, that's setting up for, more upside overall. So we'll keep an eye on things and then we'll monitor it each and every day.
All right. So light volume, you should always keep an eye on the volume. The volume in and of itself doesn't tell you anything. You have to look at other factors, right?
Always. You have to put a lot of different things together on the chart to really make a determination and to give the odds, to put the odds in your favor. So we're always looking at the chart. We're always trying to reveal what the pattern is telling us, and volume trends come into that equation as well.
We've got one question. I really like your podcast. Been listening on and off a while, but lately it's been daily. He wanted to know, he's made a lot of money in silver stocks, and he doesn't know whether to take a profit or not at this point. He said they've really gone up high. He didn't mention them, but he asked for a couple of, he's looking at energy right now. ExxonMobil, COP, and PSX. Tough sector, but I tend towards being a contrarian.
Yeah, I like energy right now. So
Tom, that's Tom C. Nick likes energy. If you had made double, triple gains in
I would take the
stocks,
money off of the silver miners right now. I'd take that money or trail the stop loss. The choice is yours. That's what I always tell my members. But they've had a big run now. They're due to pull back.
All right, it's Friday. We're done. Well, that's it for this week. And make sure you go look at Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com, see the latest trades that he's booked profits on. Take a look at the Twitter feeds, at ITMS, at Nick Santiago, at Kerry Lutz. And any questions or comments, we answer all as you see. Email us, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we will pick up on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Kerry. You do the same.
This concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. For more information, go to inthemoneystocks.com and see Nick's full trading record, or check out the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at NickSantiago01.